Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network for this presentation of the Sonoma Stompers and the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Charlie Limoncelli, Kasey Kazliner on the call today. Walnut Creek up to 18-13 now after the 9-1 win yesterday in Sonoma. Stompers enter today a 21-14 record. Kasey, this is the rubber match. Both teams have taken one in this series, the season series, in the favor of the Crawdads, 5-3. What needs to happen today for Walnut Creek as they jostle for playoff positioning?
I mean, they really have to know the moment. Every game at this point matters, right? I mean, you look at the standings, Slow in first, Sonoma in second, Crawdads stand in third, but they're only one game back of first place. You got to remember the fact that the Crawdads lead the season series. They just have to know the moment's going to be real right now.
Absolutely. Big test for Walnut Creek, trying to take this series here. They've got a couple more games against Menlo Park and Alameda in the CCL North. Leading off for the Sonoma Stompers, Trent Keys, the right fielder, hitting from the left side, facing the right-hander Dylan McShane, the tallest player on the Crawdad roster. McShane throwing to his former Oregon teammate Zach Justice behind the dish for the second game in a row. Big righty McShane kicks and fires. The first offering of fastball grounded up the middle. DeFazio over from short collects. The throw to Wilson at first, not in time. Infield single leads this one off for Trent Keys.
Trent Keys is such an on-base machine. I mean, I think it's really smart to have him top of the order, and shows why right there.
Absolutely, he's been aboard 20 walks on the year, 192 batting average. Either way, the leadoff guy is up. It's Max Handren now in the 2-hole, another lefty for the Stompers today. Defensively for Walnut Creek, it's Brady Wilson making his debut at first base for Walnut Creek, Cam Calvillo at second, DeFazio at short, Leininger at third. First offering to Handren, fouled on the first base side. Then in the outfield, Joey Donnelly in right, Brandon Clisby making his first start in center field this year, and Cam Taylor in left. Handren, the California Berkeley Golden Bear, hitting .400 even on the series. 14 games for Sonoma. The 0-1 slider called a strike on the outer third. Only 3 pitches thus far for McShane today, Kasey, but he's hitting the strike zone thus far.
Yeah, he is, and he's a guy who likes to paint the frames. Guy who had a rough start last time around, but wants to get back on the horse.
The 0-2, Handren takes a fastball away.
Also,
go ahead.
Also a guy who's just really reliable, a guy you can really trust to go a few innings for you and on a team that's lacking a lot of depth.
McShane has eaten a lot of innings, 14 1/3 to be precise. The 1-2 to Handren, another fastball in the opposite batter's box. McShane 1-1 with a 5.02 ERA in 6 appearances, 5 of which have been starts. This now his 7th. 2-2 count at the dish to Handren. McShane, the Stockton natives, kicks and delivers. Slider just misses up and away. Full count.
Good at bat from Handren, a guy who's, like Keys, just such a good on-base presence. Guy who can get on really in any situation when he's needed to. Has that low stance, makes it hard to pitch to.
5'10" lefty readies. McShane's payoff fouled high in the air towards the backstop. This one's out of play into the seats. Justice gives it a look and trots back to home plate. McShane, a 3-pitch mix, offers a high 80s, low 90s fastball that's touched 94 on the season, Kasey, but usually sits around 91. Also has a big slider, parks that around 79 miles an hour, and then features a changeup as well. The 3-2 once again, fastball up and away, ball 4. Keys left early, will not get a steal attempt as that's a walk.
Tough start for McShane. Obviously, he's finding the strike zone, but a little bit unlucky against a really good, top-heavy Stompers order.
Absolutely. First 2 guys aboard for the Stompers. Now it's Kyle Olympia, the shortstop, playing in just his 2nd game for Sonoma. Olympia debuted yesterday, went 1 for 4 with a single. Former San Francisco State guy is in the portal as that program cutting baseball. First offering to the righty, McShane hits him with the fastball up and in. Bases loaded after a single, a walk and a hit by pitch now. Crawdads in trouble early.
And he's fortunate he turned away. That one was going right for his face. The trainer looks like he'll come out. Precautionary stuff just to make sure no concussion or anything.
Yeah, that one up and in on the 2-seamer. Luckily, it looks like Olympia's okay from here. But a troubling start for Dylan McShane, Kasey, something that we've seen a couple times. Last outing on July 13th for McShane, he went 2 1/3, allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 3 hits against the Legends. The Crawdads eventually lost that game 10-6. Only had 1 strikeout, 13 batters faced. So McShane, only 2 scoreless outings for him thus far. The other 4, he's allowed at least 1 earned run. His best outing came on June 29th against the San Francisco Seagulls. He went 4 innings of 1 run ball, just 2 hits allowed. Ultimately got the win there. Training staff for Sonoma still talking to Olympia. Now they'll head back to the dugout, and the shortstop will remain at first.
And Olympia's a guy who's only in his 2nd game as a Stomper, and already a scary moment for him.
Keys at third, Handren at second, Olympia at first base, and it's the cleanup man, Paul Lazul, from the left side up. Lazul's had an interesting series this weekend. Casey was 2 for 4 on Friday with a home run and a double. Drove in 1 run. Then yesterday went 0 for 4 in Sonoma. Love to get his 3rd hit of the series here with the bases juiced and no one out.
Wind really picking up now.
Blowing straight in from center field. First offering to Lazul, fouled away on the third base side. 0-1 to the Monterey Peninsula College left-hander. Lazul playing in his 29th game for Sonoma now this summer. Enters day hitting .235 in totality. Randy McShane has the call from Justice. The 0-1. Fastball just misses the outer third. 1 ball and 1 strike. McShane, a rising redshirt senior at the University of the Pacific. Transferred there ahead of this spring, but did not play as he dealt with an injury. Last played collegiately his freshman year at Oregon in 2023. The 1-1 to Lazul, a swing and a miss on the slider, 81 miles an hour. Lazul has struck out 29 times this season, trying to avoid his 30th here. McShane looking for his 13th punch out. The 1-2. Slider hit on the ground over towards first base. Wilson collects, throws to Wilson, it gets away. Keys scores from third. Handren's gonna come in now as well, and he'll score. 2-0 ball game for Sonoma early in this one.
That ball actually hit off the base, and then Wilson looked like he was gonna be able to make the play, but he fell over.
Have to see what that one is ruled officially. Either a hit or an error. It is gonna go as a hit officially. Hit and an error allows the 2nd run to score. So still no one out. 2 on for the 5-hole man, Connor Pulowski, catching for Sonoma today. McShane's first offering, the righty shows bunt, but he takes it outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pulowski, the San Jose native, currently at Bellarmine University, shows bunt again. This time fouled away into the Crawdad dugout. 1-1.
It's a tough way to start a game because we saw the Crawdads yesterday get the home run in the 1st inning and kind of command themselves early, and now they kind of have to do the opposite and kind of defend themselves, play on the back foot a little bit.
Yeah, the Zach Justice homer in the top of the 1st kept piling on throughout the game, but now working in an early deficit. McShane looks to second, the 1-1. Pulowski shows bunt again, pulls it away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pulowski's been rather good for Sonoma, appearing in his 28th game now. Hitting .246 on the year from the catcher spot. Split time with Esteban Sepulveda, who played yesterday. The 2-1. Called a strike on the outer third. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Probably not going to show bunt again here.
Yeah, good pitch from McShane. I don't know if that was necessarily a strike, but got the call.
The 2-2 from McShane. Fastball into the opposite batter's box. Full count yet again. Action in the Crawdad bullpen. Noah Zirkle up and warming. McShane scheduled to go 2 or 3 innings today, but if he can't find an out, he might get replaced early. Here's the payoff. Ball 4 below the knees. Dylan McShane really struggling early in this one.
Yeah, and I mean, it is a game where the Crawdads are expecting to use a lot of bullpen arms, but you want McShane to go deep if he can in a critical game for the standings.
Absolutely. Crawdads only 1 game back here. Could vault themselves into first place in the CCL North, or a tie for first place with a win. But instead, looks like this one in favor of the Stompers early. Xander Silkin up next. Pitching coach Justin Cheney coming out for Walnut Creek to have a chat with McShane and Justice. Silkin, another new guy on the Stomper roster, made his debut, went 0 for 4 yesterday against Walnut Creek. Originally went to University of Hawaii, but redshirted as a true freshman there in 2022, and then played 2 seasons at West Valley College back here. It's once again in the portal as a rising redshirt junior. So mound visit over. Cheney walking back to the Crawdad dugout. Pretty big crowd today for Walnut Creek. Kasey, got some Little League teams coming in.
One of the better crowds I think we've seen this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Silkin steps in. McShane kicks and fires. Fastball called a strike on the outer third. 0-1. McShane last played collegiately, like we mentioned earlier, his freshman year at Oregon in 2023. Had 21 appearances. The 0-1 to Silkin. Fastball runs away. 1 ball and 1 strike. In that season, McShane 1-2 with a 9.0 ERA in 21 innings. Had 13 strikeouts and just 12 walks. Ready in the stretch. The 1-1 to Silkin. The fastball up and in. 2-1. Crawdads 5-3 against the Sonoma Stompers this year. It's the 9th game between these two teams. 2-1 from McShane, up and away on the heater. 3 balls and 1 strike. Silkin threatening to walk a runner in.
Yeah, I mean, this is an important league where you just want to get the ball over to the plate in situations like this, and he's struggling with it.
Silkin takes a practice hack. The 3-1 from McShane. Fastball fouled back. Now a full count. Good way to get a bite there. Silkin, a career 370 hitter at West Valley College. The payoff, grounded over to first. Wilson misses it with the glove. 1 run scores from third. Silkin holds at first. 3-0 Stompers early in this one.
The nightmare inning continues as the base is still loaded, nobody out. And again, you can't really blame McShane on some of these. I think that was a fieldable ground ball for Wilson. Maybe if Ewens was playing over there first, but.
Potentially so. John Ewens shut down for the summer, went back home to Waco. Dealing with family emergency for him. Left after the CCL All-Star game. First offering to the new batter, Anthony Shepler, up and away. Crawdads suddenly thin after the departure of Ewens and Medham, like we mentioned last night on the season. Case 11 McGee, Sam Jenkins, Dylan Hillman all have also left. 1-0 fouled on the first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike to Shepler.
It's a completely different team than the first game. It's kind of astonishing just realizing that, how much it can change in just 3 weeks or so, 4 weeks.
Yeah, I was chatting with manager for Walnut Creek, Brant Cummings. He said this isn't atypical for the Walnut Creek Crawdads nor the CCL. Plenty of players tend to leave as the season wears on. There's a fastball up and away, 2-1. So Walnut Creek trying to manage. Here's the 2-1 offering. Outside yet again. McShane can't find the strike zone. Hitter-friendly count for Anthony Shepler, the former Ohio State guy, now heading to San Jose State. 188 hitter this summer for Sonoma. 3-1 to him, swing and a miss. 90-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees.
Another full count, really driving out the pitch count, and McShane has to win one here.
Would be massive if Walnut Creek can get one out here. The payoff. Belted high in the air into right field. Donnelly moving back to the warning track. He'll put it in the glove. Runners tagging from third and second. As Lazul in to score. 4-0 ball game off the sac fly from Anthony Shepler.
I thought that was gone. It looked really good off the bat. I think the wind saved the Crawdads there. It's still blowing in quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. That one looked gone off the bat. But some big wind gusts keeping it in the ballpark. Crawdads catch a bit of a break. Here comes Brant Cummings, the manager for the Crawdads. Looks like McShane's day is done. Noah Zirkle will walk in from the bullpen as Gabriel Tapia due up. While the pitching change occurs, we'll step away here in the top of the first. Welcome back to the top of the first on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Dylan McShane's day is done after just a third of an inning. In comes Noah Zirkle, the 6'4", 235-pound right-hander from West Valley College. Zirkle on the year for Walnut Creek, 2-3 in 8 appearances, 16.43 ERA. Last 3 appearances for Zirkle have been kind of rough. He's only went a third of an inning and has earned a loss in all of them. He inherits runners on the corners, 1 down here in this inning. Against the lefty Tapia. Zirkle, rising redshirt sophomore, recently committed to Cal State East Bay. First offering to Tapia, breaking ball on the outer third, strike 1. 75-mile-an-hours there. Zirkle, the Oakland native, big fan of the Athletics. He's gone to a number of games when the Crawdads have had off days. The 0-1 to Tapia, shows bunt, takes a strike. 86-mile-an-hour heater.
They've attempted a lot of bunts and haven't been able to tap any of them.
It's been all small ball for the Stompers thus far. That's how you win games. The 0-2 from Zirkle. Breaking ball hit on the ground to second. Calvillo collects, throws a second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. Poloski scores on the fielder's choice. 5-0 ball game for Sonoma. So that run will also hang on McShane's hat. Now up to 5 runs scored, 4 of them earned on the starter for Walnut Creek. Either way, it's Cam Hegeman now with 2 down in the top of the first, still a runner aboard. First offering from Zirkle. Breaking ball on the inner third, strike 1. Hegeman, the Ohlone College man, rising junior. Hit .355 this spring with the Warriors. The 0-1 to him. Breaking ball low. Long Beach State man Hegeman currently hitless in back-to-back games. Went 0 for 5 on Friday, then 0 for 4 last night. Looking for his first hit of the series. The 1-1 from Zirkle. Breaking ball just below the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Long Beach native Hegeman. Zirkle working with 1 on. 2-1 offering. Back pick over to first. The throw from Justice not quite in time. That one is in the opposite batter's box. 3 balls, 1 strike.
It's a good throw, regardless of not getting the guy. Good decision, and Justice has such quick reaction time. You can really tell.
Absolutely, he's a guy. Fast twitch muscles. The 3-1 to Hegeman. Fastball called a strike at the knees. Another full count here in this inning. Every batter in the Stompers order has seen an at-bat today in this top of the first. Zirkle with the payoff. Runner goes. Breaking ball hit on a line over to third. It gets past Leininger. Into left field. Taylor collects, and they'll wave the runner from first home. Tapia in to score. Ball gets past the catcher Justice, and now Hegeman over to third base. 6-0 Stompers.
Ugly play all around. I mean, Tapia was going as it was a full count regardless, but didn't really even have much of a lead, and all it took was for them to put the ball in play, and this game's going from bad to worse right now.
Not what the Crawdads were looking for here, trying to win the rubber match. Now down by 6 before the first half inning is even over. Either way, the lineup turns anew. Trent Keys led this game off with a single. Up to bat yet again. Hegeman a short lead at third. First pitch from Zirkle, called a strike on the check swing. Wind still blowing straight in from center field to home plate. Zirkle sets first base side of the rubber. The 0-1. Fastball at the knees, 88 mile an hour, called strike. Zirkle hasn't looked bad in this outing, Kasey. He's been painting the strike zone. It's just Stompers have been catching up to it, putting it in play.
Sometimes that's all you need.
The 0-2 to Keys. 83 mile an hour changeup in the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, that single is really the only thing he gave up. That double play chance should have ended the inning, but it did not, and that's why it lives on.
The 1-2 to Keys. Fastball called a strike on the lower out third. Noah Zirkle finally gets through. Stompers score 6 in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the frame. Crawdads trying to cut into the new deficit right after this. Welcome back to the bottom of the first on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Walnut Creek, bit of an unfortunate top of this first inning. They allowed 6 runs to score for Sonoma. Got a whole lot of work to do. Ryan Ellis, Cam Calvillo, Joey Donnelly, the veteran guys leading off. An opportunity to do something about the deficit. On the hill for Sonoma, Justin Jones, the right-hander from Los Medanos College, a Walnut Creek native. ERA of 0 in 4 appearances. This his 5th. First pitch to Ellis. 88-mile-an-hour heater at the knees.
I mean, going back to those errors, that's now 9 innings, or excuse me, 9 errors the last 2 home games for the Crawdads, including today. Can't have that happen.
Yeah, 3 errors committed in the top of the first. The 0-1, Ellis slaps it foul, well out of play on the left side. So officially it'll be 6 runs across, all of them earned on 3 hits, 3 errors. 1 left aboard. 0-2 at the dish to Ryan Ellis, back in the leadoff spot today, playing designated hitter.
And you can blame the Crawdads, but also the depth not being there. These guys are playing out of position.
0-2 breaking ball away, 1-2. Absolutely, Wilson has played third base for Walnut Creek, but not a whole lot. That's been lining her spot for the most part.
I mean, that's why you have Clisby in center. Same deal.
Depth is the issue at the moment. The 1-2 to Ellis. Breaking ball chopped over to third base foul. That's a broken bat.
Oh, yeah, you could hear it. Broke it off his leg.
Little Leaguer's going to get that one as a souvenir. Ellis will have to go get a new bat. Still 1-2 to him. Veteran Ellis, his 3rd year with Walnut Creek. Played in 23 games this summer, hitting .224 at the moment, 13 runs driven in. He's a guy with a great hit tool, really good approach, 17 walks to just 8 strikeouts.
He's using the Joe Coupland bat, I think.
Yeah, he'll come out with the red bomb bat. Crawdads digging into that Crayola box for a new piece of lumber. Jones, last pitch July 13th. So he sets on the first base side of the rubber. Went 2 innings of scoreless no-hit ball, 5 Ks. The 1-2 to Ellis, swing and a miss on the breaking ball, 78 miles an hour. A rare whiff from Ryan Ellis. Justin Jones trying to silence the Crawdad bats that were explosive yesterday.
They were, and they changed some stuff around. Didn't see Ellis play yesterday, but again, they'll want to heat up early just to match at least something. I don't know if they're going to be swinging for all 6 runs this inning, but try to get a few back.
Absolutely. Here's the 2-hole man, Cam Calvillo, playing second base today. Hits in back-to-back games for him. Calvillo, first offering, lined over to first. Lazul collects, moving a couple steps to his left.
Really good contact from Calvillo going the other way hard. That could have been a triple, you know, if it doesn't get into Lazul's glove, but he's a great defender, and that's why there's 2 outs.
Now it's Joey Donnelly, potentially the last chance here in the bottom of the first for Walnut Creek. Donnelly, a CCL All-Star selection here in 2025. 392 hitter in 26 games. He's been electric all year. Jones' first delivery, breaking ball just below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes on Donnelly. He's now up to 3rd in the entire CCL in batting average. Leads the North in that category. The 1-0 to the lefty. Hard line drive into right center field, down for a base hit. Joey Donnelly, first man aboard on the day for Walnut Creek with 2 down in the top of the first.
I believe that's a 9-game hit streak for Joey now.
It is indeed. Hits in 21 of his 20, excuse me, it's in 22 of his 27 games now.
Wow.
He has just been dynamite. Donnelly at first. In comes the cleanup man, Zach Justice. Had that 2-run shot yesterday. Also an RBI single later on in the game. Went 2 for 5. First pitch to the righty catcher. Strike called on the inner third. Justice, like we mentioned, former Oregon Duck. Entered the transfer portal this offseason. Will head to San Diego State to be an Aztec in the fall. Playing in his 15th game, hits 173 on the year. The 0-1 breaking ball fouled back. 0-2 to Justice, guy who now leads the Crawdads in home runs. He's tied for 4th in the league, tied for 3rd in the North in that category as well. Justice 9 hits on the year, 3 for extra bases. There's a throwback to first. Donnelly in safe. Jones trying to make quick work of the Crawdads here. Another throwback. Donnelly retreats to first. Both times he's been safe. Jones trying to keep him close. Donnelly, a guy with plenty of speed. 7 stolen bags on the year. Jones comes home on the 0-2. Justice drives this one into left field. Tapia going back. He won't get there. Donnelly rounds second. Justice heading for third. Donnelly's getting the stop sign. He'll stay at third base. The ball gets away from the cutoff man, Olympia, and Donnelly scores. So not quite an RBI for Zach Justice. That'll be an error. But Walnut Creek finally cuts in, 6-1.
Yeah, and it was a tough play to make out and left, but turned the shoulder the wrong way, and that allowed Justice to get that pull side pop we've seen him show these past few games.
Yeah, he's been heating up as of late, Casey. Crawdads have needed some guys to step up. DeFazio's been one of them recently, and now Justice hits in back-to-back games, extra base hits in back-to-back games as well. Still a runner in scoring position for Riley Leininger in the 5-hole. Another all-star selection for Walnut Creek. Jones working against the big lefty. First pitch, Leininger hits it high in the air, foul on the left side, out of play. Leininger in the transfer portal out of the University of Oklahoma. Redshirted his true freshman season with the Sooners. Texas native has played now in 27 games for Walnut Creek, hitting .250. The 0-1, fastball low. Leininger last week went 9 for 16 in 5 games. 4 extra base hits, 5 driven in. But in this series is hitless in 6 at-bats. The 1-1 offering to the lefty, breaking ball on the outer third, 80-mile-an-hour strike. Jones once again looking for a put away. Justice had a nice hit with 2 strikes in the last at-bat. Crawdads trying to get something similar here. The 1-2, breaking ball driven into shallow center field. Hegeman comes on to put it away. Crawdads get 1 back in the bottom of the first, led to the top of the second. Sonoma trying to extend the lead. Welcome back to the top of the second on the Crawdad Streaming Network. The in-between inning games brought to you by Hobby Associates Real Estate Group in the Danville area. Shout out to them and the Walnut Creek Little League for turning up for this Crawdad game against the Stompers. Walnut Creek down by 5. Sonoma back up to bat. Noah Zirkle on the hill, relieved Dylan McShane and got the last 2 outs in the top of the first. Zirkle 1 hit allowed on his day. That was an RBI double from Cam Hegeman. First offering to Handren, the 2-hole hitter. Inside fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Crawdads got 1 back in the last half inning, Kasey. Off the Donnelly single, then the Justice double. 1-0 breaking ball outside. 2-0. Crawdads got a little bit going on the offensive end, but still with plenty of work to do down 5. The 2-0 from Zirkle. Fastball outer third, strike 1.
And again, I mean, going back to that last inning, Zirkle didn't do a bad job. He came in and kind of just did what he could. I mean, when you come in a type of situation like that, it's hard to recover for anybody.
Yeah, especially with inherited base runners, but he did a good job. Now we'll get a completely blank slate. Zirkle has pitched at most 2 1/3 innings this year. That came at the beginning of the year. The 2-1, hard on the ground over to Wilson at first. He bobbles it. The throw, there won't be a throw to Zirkle, who was covering the bag. So Handren reaches on the E3.
Second E3 of the game.
Something to note. Either way, 1 aboard for Kyle Olympia, the shortstop. Reached on a hit by pitch in the top of the first, dealt out by McShane. Olympia, 2 seasons at San Francisco State, career .364 hitter in 72 games. First offering to Olympia. Zirkle deals a strike. 88-mile-an-hour heater on the outer third. 0-1. Zirkle back in the stretch now that Handren is over at first. The 0-1. Olympia fouls the heater back. 87 miles an hour that time.
I think the sort of difference between Zirkle and McShane is Zirkle's giving a lot more hittable pitches, and I guess it's sort of a gamble, but McShane had a hard time getting ahead in counts.
Yeah, really struggled to find any of the strike zone. Zirkle leaving everything in the zone right now. The 0-2 to Olympia. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs gets the bite. Second strikeout of the day for Noah Zirkle. Big righty now with 6 on the season. Entered today with 4. Love to grab some more. Paul Azul, cleanup hitter, up to bat with 1 aboard, 1 down. Azul had that RBI single in the first inning, then another run came across on the E1. First pitch to the lefty, fastball away. Zirkle did not appear in any games for West Valley College this spring as he was dealing with an injury. Had 6 appearances in 2024 though for the Vikings. The 1-0. Hit high in the air, foul territory on the left side, out of play. Originally out of high school though, Zirkle went to Fresno State. Didn't see any action there and transferred. Righty had an offer from Menlo College in the portal, but chose to go to Cal State East Bay. He's betting on himself. He's performed well with the Pioneers. The 1-1 fastball fouled away.
Seemed really ecstatic to be close to home. Not that he wasn't with West Valley or Fresno necessarily, but playing with East Bay, he's really representing the place he grew up in.
Yeah, lots of former teammates both in high school and from West Valley will be playing with him there at Cal State East Bay. The 1-2 to Lazul. Fastball up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lazul 3 hits in the series now. At 2 on Friday right here at Monte Vista. Hitless yesterday in Sonoma. 2-2 comes home, fastball below the knees. Full count yet again. Zirkel's been between 85 and 88 miles an hour with the fastball, and he's locating it relatively well. The payoff from the righty. Runner goes. Ball 4, low and away. Two aboard. Still just 1 out in the top of the second for the catcher, Connor Poloski.
That's 3 walks given up through an inning and a third for Crawdads pitchers. And again, command was an issue for Sonoma yesterday, sort of flipping the script today.
Seems like every time these two teams play, Kasey, they kind of flip roles. One team does all the scoring, the other team has the pitching struggles.
Can't say I disagree.
First pitch to Poloski, fastball at the knees, strike. Poloski, Pioneer High School guy, hit 400 during his senior year. Then originally went to Chico State, did not see any action, transferred to Butte College. Zirkel steps off, goes to second, no throw. In those 2 seasons at Butte, Poloski, a .325 hitter in 71 games. 39 runs driven in, and 17 extra base hits. The 0-1 to him. Blooper into right field. Donnelly, a couple steps forward, makes the catch. He'll throw into the cutoff man, DeFazio. Runners hold. Still 2 aboard, 2 down for Xander Silkin. Guy who reached on the E3 in the first. Run came across on that hard ground ball over to first base. Silkin still looking for his first hit as a Stomper. Was 0 for 4 yesterday. It's technically 0 for 1 today. RBI opportunity for the right-hander. Zirkel's first delivery, breaking ball inner third, strike 1. Haven't seen the curveball from Zirkel in a little while. It's been a lot of heaters in the last couple at-bats, but flashes the high spin there. The 0-1 from the veteran Crawdad. Another breaking ball inside. 1-1 this time. Zirkel pitched sparingly for the Crawdads last summer. Dealt with quite a few injuries. Now back into seeing some good action here. The 1-1. High chopper over to third. Leininger collects, throws to first in time. Crawdads strand 2 base runners, and now they'll have an opportunity to cut into the 5-run deficit in the bottom of the second right after this. Back live in the creek for the bottom of the second. Stompers leading by 5, but Walnut Creek up to bat here. 6, 7, 8 due up. Brandon Clisby, Cam Taylor, Brady Wilson. All see at-bats against Justin Jones. Right-hander allowed 2 hits in his first inning of work. 1 run came across on an error. Stranded 1 as well. Clisby, a tough out. All-star selection this year for Walnut Creek. The 4th position player, 7th total participated in the home run derby as well. First pitch, lined up the middle into center field, down for a base hit. That's the Clisby we know. Kasey was hitless in his last 4 games, finally breaks the streak.
Yeah, maybe getting the start in center field was something he needed to change up things a little bit, a change of scenery, if you will. And good to start the inning that way, trying to create a rally here early.
Absolutely. 1 aboard, no one out for Cam Taylor, the left fielder, who himself is on a 3-game hitting streak. Taylor 2 for 5 against the Legends on July 13th, then hits in each of these 2 games against the Stompers. Had a double yesterday. First delivery to the lefty, fastball away. 1 ball and no strikes.
That was a really nice double he had yesterday. Went the other way, hit the bottom of the wall on, I think, on 1 hop.
And Taylor flashing the power. That was just his first double of the year. Had 2 home runs prior to that. Guy who hits the ball hard to every field. The 1-0, Clisby goes, breaking ball, called a ball at the plate, the throw in time from Poloski. Clisby caught stealing.
It's a perfect throw from Poloski. And I think he knew right away, gave a good signal to the pitcher, almost like a pitch out.
Yeah, Clisby, a guy who we've seen showcase the speed, Kasey. 2 stolen bags on the year, but that time Poloski had him beat, no problem. Now the base is empty, 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd. The 2-0 to Taylor. Breaking ball sits on the inner third, 2-1. Taylor has hits in his in 5 of his last 7 games. He's been on base in every appearance. Grounds the 2-1 softly over to short. Olympia collects the throw, nearly pulls Lazul off the bag, but it's in time.
Beautiful stretch from Lazul, keeping the foot on and showing that athleticism by a first baseman.
Absolutely. Solid defense for the Stompers in this one. Crawdads had a bit of a rally going, but the momentum slowing down as Brady Wilson, the first baseman, up to bat in the 8-hole. Wilson, the 2-way guy for the Crawdads. He's pitched in 6 games, now hitting in his 9th. First delivery, a breaking ball, called a strike on the outer third. Wilson 4 hits on the year, 1 for extra bases. That was a grand slam back against the San Francisco Seagulls in the early part of the year. The 0-1 to him, swing and a miss. Another curveball from Jones.
Had all 4 hits in that game.
Yeah, has not had a hit since June 10th. Wilson was good as a hitter at Sac City College this spring, 256 average. The 0-1 fastball high, 91 miles an hour from Jones. That's the highest velo he's touched. 1-2 to the Sacramento native Wilson, heading to the University of the Pacific for the next academic year. Jones kicks and deals, breaking ball well inside. Wilson turns away. 2-2.
Get to listen to that wind.
Yeah, I'm sure you folks at home can hear it in Kasey and I's headsets. It's rather fierce. 2-2 breaking ball, called strike 3. Wilson stunned on the curveball. Stompers see 3, get through 3. We'll head to the top of the 3rd. So they'll try and extend the 5-run lead right after this. Back here live for the top of the third between the Stompers and the Crawdads. Sonoma up by 5 here in this one. Back up to bat yet again. 7, 8, 9 due up. Anthony Shepler, Gabriel Tapia, Cam Hageman against Noah Zirkle. Zirkle's got an inning and a third. Got the last 2 outs, excuse me, in the first. Then a full complement of work in the second inning. Trying to get through 2 total. Righty's first pitch to Shepler. Fastball low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Shepler has an RBI on the day, a sac fly into deep right field that probably would have been a grand slam if not for the wind. Now 1-0 count to the Novato man. Looping breaking ball, sits in the heart of the zone. Strike 1. Shepler, rising sophomore, heading to San Jose State. He'll play with the Spartans after only seeing 4 at-bats with the Ohio State Buckeyes this spring. The 1-1 from Zirkle, fastball up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Shepler 1 for 3 in each of the games this series. The 2-1 to him. Fastball called a strike on the outer third, 86 miles an hour. Zirkle, the 2-2 comes home, swing and a miss. Shepler out in front of the 88-mile-an-hour heater.
Goes back to what we're talking about. Zirkle's had some really good stuff on the outside corner, painting the frame today and really recovering Machane's outing.
Absolutely. You could argue this is his best outing of the season, Kasey. Comes in at a tricky spot, only allows 1 more. And has sat down quite a few. So now with 1 down in the top of the third, it's Gabriel Tapia. Reached on a fielder's choice in the top of the first, was the first guy that Zirkle faced. First pitch, a breaking ball low. Tapia, another San Jose native. Spent 2 seasons at West Valley College. Hit .281, then went to Sonoma State. The 0-1, high in the air, left field, into foul territory. No one will get there. 0-2 now. Tapia pinch hit last night in Sonoma, had 2 at-bats. Struck out in one of them, grounded out in the other. Looking for his first hit as a Stomper. Played 40 games at Sonoma State, hit .257 this spring. The 0-2 from Zirkle, fastball up and in. 2-1.
Might be the biggest wind gust we've had this year today.
And gusts supposed to be up to 16 miles an hour here at Monte Vista. Now the 1-2, breaking ball just misses the outer third. 3-1, apologies, is the correct count. The 3-1 from Zirkle. Heater grounded up the middle. DeFazio over from short. The throw to Wilson. In time. Nice pick there from Brady Wilson over at first. Really lunges to grab it.
Good play. Can't afford any more errors, so good to dig that one out, fish it away.
2 down now in the top of the third. Carson Timothy warming in the Crawdad bullpen. Should Zirkle run into trouble, but this inning looks to be his right now. Cam Hageman steps in, had that RBI double, scored the last run in the top of the first. First pitch, a fastball away. 1 ball, no strikes on Hageman. He's been pretty much the everyday center fielder since joining the team mid-season. 16 games, .222 average entering this contest. The 1-0 breaking ball from Zirkle inside, 2-0. Hageman, the rising junior in the transfer portal. 2-0 from Zirkle, fastball well away. 3 balls and no strikes. Hageman hitless in the first 2 games of this weekend series. Then got the one earlier today. 3-0 offering from Zirkle, called a strike low and away. Hageman would love to make up for the lost production in the first 2 contests with another hit here. The 3-1. Flared into right center field, down for a base hit. 2 on the day for Cam Hageman. He's having himself a nice spot in the 9-hole. So the lineup turns over. Trent Keys up to bat yet again. Had 2 at-bats in the top of the first. Singled in the first time, then struck out looking to end the inning. 1 man aboard, 2 down in the top of the third. Keys, former Los Medanos College guy, now going to San Joaquin Delta College. First delivery to him, fouled back, 86 miles an hour. Keys leads the entire CCL in hit by pitches. Also has 20 walks, good for a .468 on base percentage entering this contest. Zirkle delivers to the lefty, runner goes, the throw from Justice to second, got him by a mile. Crawdads end the inning. Keys will come back up to bat in the top of the 4th, but first, it's the bottom of the 3rd. Walnut Creek trying to cut into the 5-run deficit after this. Back in the creek for the bottom of the 3rd. Walnut Creek Crawdads up to bat, trailing by 5 against the Sonoma Stompers. 9-1-2 due up. Nico DeFazio, Ryan Ellis, Cam Calvillo. DeFazio, the shortstop today, has been electric his last 4 performances for Walnut Creek. Was 2 for 3 in the first game of this series, then 1 for 2 yesterday with a double and 3 walks. His batting average up to .323 on the year. Jones still on the hill for the Stompers. Allowed just 1 run. The first pitch to DeFazio, 88-mile-an-hour heater away. 3 hits surrendered from Jones. 1 left-stranded, 1 error from his defense. 1-0 curveball in the opposite batter's box. 2 balls and no strikes to DeFazio. DeFazio has been incredibly effective against the Stompers on the year. 4 hits against the team as he fouls the 2-0 back to us at a play. DeFazio, the Houston Christian commit. 2-1 to him. Fouled away yet again, this time on the right side over the Crawdad dugout. Count evens, 2 apiece.
Really big inning for the Crawdads to try to, again, inch back a bit. DeFazio is such a good player at doing that. Yesterday was such a pest, we'll say.
Yeah, worked some really fantastic at-bats. The 1-2 fouled away. It's a guy who refuses to quit in the batter's box. We saw there on that foul tip. Crawdads need him to be a true second leadoff guy here. Down by 5 in the bottom of the third. Jones with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gets DeFazio to bite on the high heater.
Back-to-back Ks for him, and again, a really good pitching day so far for Sonoma.
Yeah, Justin Jones. The Stompers needed to go to somebody reliable after the entire staff has been kind of hit around in the previous 2 games. Go to Jones today, and they've been rewarded. 1 out as the lineup refreshes. Ryan Ellis up to bat. First delivery, a breaking ball away. Ellis struck out swinging to lead off things in the bottom of the first for Walnut Creek. A rare strikeout for him. Former St. Mary's Gale and UT Arlington guy. The 0-1 hit high in the air into left field. Tapia moving to his right, puts the glove to it for the second out. Jones trying to go 1-2-3 yet again. Didn't get a true 1-2-3 inning in the second, as Clisby did reach on a single but was later caught stealing. But only faced 3 batters. Either way, 2 down in the bottom of the third. Cam Calvillo up, no one on. First delivery up and away fastball. 1 ball and no strikes to Calvillo, the 4th-year Crawdad. All CCL honors as a third baseman last year for the team. Hit .341 in 35 games. The 1-0 curveball away. This year for Calvillo, picking up as of late. 17 games, hitting .262. 4 extra base knocks, 7 runs driven in. Another guy who's really disciplined, 8 walks to just 3 strikeouts. The 2-0 from Jones, fastball upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes to Calvillo. Got to have the green light here with 2 down.
Most likely, yeah, especially in a game like this where you don't have a ton to lose right now.
Joey Donnelly on deck. Zach Justice in the hole. The 3-0 to Calvillo. Looping breaking ball below the knees, ball 4. So 2 out base runner as Calvillo gets aboard, his 9th walk of the year. He's now been on base in 10 straight games. Donnelly up trying to move the runner over, had a single in the first, later scored after the Justice double and the fielding error by the Stompers defense. First delivery to Donnelly, swing and a miss. Low heater. Donnelly 4 years at Cal Berkeley, committed to Fordham University on June 30th. Newest Fordham Ram continues to rake here in CCL play. The 0-1, breaking ball well outside. Zool covering the first base bag. Calvillo, medium lead, 8 to 10 feet. The 1-2 to Donnelly. Hit high in the air, foul territory on the left field side. It'll go out of play. Now Donnelly with 2 strikes. Hasn't been quite as effective as a 2-strike hitter. Usually is most dangerous early in counts. We'll have to protect here, try to get one through. 21 runs driven in on the year for Donnelly on 38 hits. The 1-2 from Jones, swing and a miss. 80-mile-an-hour curveball. Justin Jones keeps dealing here on this fine Sunday afternoon. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Stompers trying to extend the lead right after this. Back here live for the top of the fourth on the Crawdad streaming network. Noah Zirkle has gone 2 2/3 innings already, trying to get through 3. This one already his longest outing of the year. Facing the top of the Stompers order, Trent Keys, Max Handren, Kyle Olympia. Keys was up to bat in the top of the third, but Cam Hageman caught stealing to end the inning. So both the pitcher and the hitter will restart a fresh count here. Zirkle's first delivery to Keys, breaking ball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Keys one of the best on-base machines in the CCL. 468 on-base percentage. 1-0 delivery, a fastball on the outer third. 83 miles an hour, called a strike. Keys, because of that on-base percentage, a 728 OPS as well. Rather respectable. The 1-1 fastball in the dirt. Keys on a 4-game hitting streak, has hits in 5 of his last 6 as well. It's 1 in each of the first 2 games of this series. The 2-1 from Zirkle, swing and a miss on the high away fastball. Count evens up again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Keys 1 for 2 today, a single and a strikeout looking. Zirkle from the windup, the 2-2 home. Soft ground ball to first. Wilson collects, flips to Zirkle for the out. Soft 3-1 grounder. Now there's 1 away in the top of the fourth for Max Handren. Handren, another Cal Golden Bear in this matchup. Swinging that bright yellow wooden bat. Teammate of Crawdad right fielder Joey Donnelly. Handren 0 for 1 today, reached on an error in the second, walked in the first. First delivery to him, high pop-up on the right side. Wilson and Justice both moving towards it, but it goes out of play off the top of the Crawdad dugout. It'll be 0-1 to Handren. Guy who's hitting 414 games played for Sonoma. 24 hits in that span. 20 runs driven in, 2 homers. Really impressive. It's considered a smaller sample size. He's only played half the season. The 0-1 from Zirkle. Breaking ball just outside the outer third. 1 ball and 1 strike to Handren.
I mean, talk about a hero stepping up at the right time. Handren, without him, I don't know where the Sonoma team would be with the amount of guys they've lost.
Yeah, especially no Boardman or Shannon. 1-1 grounded hard up the middle. Calvillo from second, loses it in transition. Handren is safe at first. Credit him with an infield single. So 1 out base runner. Kyle Olympia, the shortstop, up. Another guy who's 0 for 1, hit by pitch in the first, struck out swinging in the second. Debuted last night for Sonoma, was 1 for 4 with a single. Zirkle from the stretch, breaking ball inside. Olympia, California High School, not too all far from Monte Vista. First team East Bay Area League honors as a senior in 2024, so has experience playing right here at Monte Vista in the same league as California. The 1-0 delivery fouled off the end of the bat, over toward the Crawdad dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike to Olympia. Rising senior at San Francisco State. 17 career extra base hits. 1-1 from Zirkle. Breaking ball inside. Nearly hits Olympia. 2 balls and 1 strike to the San Ramon native. The 2-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Justice on top of it, though. Forces Handren back to first. Definitely hitter-friendly count here for Olympia. 1 aboard, 1 out in the top of the 4th. Sonoma trying to extend the 5-run lead.
Yeah, big situation for Zirkle, trying to lower his ERA this year, really show why he's been worthy of a spot like this in this game.
The 3-1. Hit softly on the ground over to second. Calvillo collects, flips from the glove to first in time. So some soft contact induced here from Zirkle. Now through 3 full innings. And after that last out, manager for Walnut Creek, Brant Cummings, coming to the hill. Could be the end of the day for Zirkle here.
Absolutely, but really impressive stuff from him in a tough spot like we talked about, and not something he'll be upset about, I'm sure.
No, not at all. Cummings takes the ball from Zirkle, and they'll call to the pen. Carson Timothy, the right-hander, up next. We'll step away while he gets loose right after this. Back for the continuation of the top of the 4th. Sonoma's got 1 aboard, 2 down in this inning. Paul Azul, the cleanup hitter, up. Handren reached on the RBI single, then appears he stole second. Carson Timothy, the new pitcher for Walnut Creek, former UC Santa Barbara guy, now going to Sac State. Timothy, big stare to second. First delivery to Lazul, 80-mile-an-hour changeup away. Timothy's been one of the better relievers for Walnut Creek, 1-1 with a 1.88 ERA in 7 appearances, 1 start. On the first base side of the rubber, the 1-0 to Lazul, swing and a miss on the low breaking ball. Timothy last appeared on July 14th against the Legends. He went 4 innings, His first start of the year, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits.
Did a really nice job commanding the strike zone, getting out of a really early jam as well.
The 1-1 flared into foul territory on the left side, out of play. Now 1-2 to Lazul. And you're right, Kasey, command has been Timothy's best friend. Has a high 80s, low 90s fastball plus a nice curveball and a changeup. Was able to locate all of them really well. 1-2 changeup away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Have not seen the heater yet from Timothy. Lazul looking for his second hit of the day. 2-2 fastball up and away at 92. Timothy's only allowed 3 earned runs on the season, 2 of those against the Legends his last outing. Then 1 of them in 2 2/3 against the Stompers on June 28th. Delivers a curveball away, swing and a miss. Paul Lazul down on strikes. Stompers strand 1 at second. Will head to the bottom of the 4th. Crawdads still trailing by 5. They'll try to cut into the deficit. Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Heart of the order due up 4-5-6. Zach Justice, Riley Leininger, Brandon Clisby against Justin Jones, the right-hander for Sonoma, Kasey, who's been extremely effective today. Just 3 hits allowed, 1 unearned run, 2 runners stranded.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a masterclass day when they needed it most. It's a good pitching staff in Sonoma, though. Not really surprised.
Justice 1 for 1, had a big double. First delivery to him, fouled away on the right side. On that double, Joey Donnelly did score on the fielding error. Cutoff man Olympia couldn't handle Tapia's throw in. Allowed Donnelly to take home. The 1-0 to Justice, called a strike. 0-2, excuse me. Looping curveball there at 76 miles an hour. Justice hits in 3 of his last 5 appearances for Walnut Creek. It's been heating up of late. The 0-2 to the former Duck. Fastball into the backstop. Pelosi didn't even have a chance from the catcher spot.
Yesterday there were so many wild pitches. We were sort of joking about Sepulveda, and there's even more foul territory behind home plate here than there is in Sonoma.
Justice's second year in summer ball, played last year with the Kenosha Kingfish. 1-2 breaking ball to him, inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Justice, one of the top catching prospects in Oregon out of high school. The 2-2 high chopper over to second base. Seelkin collects, throws to first for the out. One down for Riley Leininger in the bottom of the 4th. Crawdad third baseman, an all-star selection just last week. Played in that showcase game down in Compton. Leininger 0 for 1 today. Flew out to end the bottom of the first. Hit a high fly into center field. First pitch to him. Breaking ball at the knees, strike one. Leininger hitless in this series against Sonoma. 0 for 6 in totality. The 0-1 from Jones upstairs. Leininger has reached 4 times, though, in the series. 3 walks last night against the Stompers, 1 hit by pitch on Friday. The 1-1 to the lefty. Called a strike at the knees, 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Leininger, 2-time district MVP at Georgetown High School. All-region first-team guy in 2024 via perfect game. The 1-2. Breaking ball runs in. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Jones has also kept the pitch count pretty efficient so far. No action in the Stompers bullpen right now, and I wouldn't expect there to be, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, he's been cruising through this one. Just the 3 hits like we mentioned. 1 unearned run on the fielding error. The 2-2 to Leininger. Breaking ball hit high in the air on the right side. Lazul from first going over into foul territory. It's out of play. Still 2-2 at the dish. Leininger originally came to the Crawdads as through a contact of manager Brant Cummings. That contact reported Leininger as one of the best lefty bats in his class. He's lived up to that pedigree thus far this season. The 2-2. Fastball at the belt, inside. Full count.
Yeah, and he's been snake bitten quite a bit. A guy who really has the tools to be a great player.
Yeah, no home runs on the year, but he's been robbed of at least 3. Here's the payoff. Curveball fouled away, out of play on the left side. He's hit a number of balls deep into right field on the pull side that either the wind has blown back in or outfielders have made a nice snag on at the wall. 4 extra base hits on the year for Leininger, 3 doubles and a triple. The 3-2 from Jones. Hard hit breaking ball on the first base side, foul. Still 3-2. Leininger battling in this at bat. Crawdads have to get something going here, so we're about halfway through this game. No runs scored for either team since the first inning. Jones with the 3-2. Leininger flares it over too short on a line. Olympia collects. Now it's 2 down in the bottom of the 4th for Brandon Clisby. Had a single to lead off the bottom of the 2nd, but was caught stealing pretty soon after that. Ended some early momentum in that inning for Walnut Creek. Clisby, another all-star selection for Walnut Creek. Back-to-back all-stars in this order today. Earned that spot playing catcher out in center field for the first time this season. Jones delivers a breaking ball away. 1-0 to Clisby. Alamo native, played his high school ball here at Monte Vista. Career 44 games at the varsity level. As a senior, 455. The 1-0, a looping curveball in there for a strike. 1-1 to Clisby. Guy was hitless in the prior 4 games entering today. The 1-1 fouled back. 2 straight breaking balls, then the heater from Jones. He's been sequencing magnificently well today, Casey.
Yeah, he has, and again, the Crawdads haven't really not been able to get hard contact off, and they gotten some contact, but not super hard.
The 1-2, breaking ball, Clisby hit it on the ground over to second. Sealkin throws to first. Crawdads retired 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 4th, led to the top of the 5th. Sonoma trying to extend the lead. Back for the top of the fifth, the between innings games brought to you by Hobby Associates out in Danville. Stompers still up by 5 on the Walnut Creek Crawdads. 5, 6, 7 due up Connor Poloski, Xander Silkin, and Anthony Shepler facing Carson Timothy. He recorded the last out in the top of the fourth, striking out cleanup man Paul Azul. Righty-righty matchup here, Timothy against Poloski. First delivery, a fastball fouled high in the air, right side, out of play.
Looks like David Howard in the bullpen for the Stompers, and they'll probably go to a new pitcher for the first time next inning, and really a big opportunity for the Crawdads.
Absolutely. Jones has been dynamite as Poloski swings and misses at that 90-mile-an-hour heater. 0-2 to him. Timothy, just 2 appearances at UC Santa Barbara, both coming this spring. Decided to go to Sac State, get some more opportunities. The 1-2 up and away. The 0-2 up and away. 1-2 count to Poloski, the catcher, who himself is 0 for 1. The 1-2 high chopper to second. Calvillo collects, throws for the out. First man retired in the top of the fifth. Crawdads have held the Stompers scoreless since the first inning, trying to continue that here.
Feels like Calvillo's confidence on the right side of the infield is a lot higher than when we saw him maybe at some games where he struggled at short early in the year.
Yeah, he's been really dynamic playing defense at third or second. Either way, Xander Silkin up, the first pitch to him, low. 1 ball and no strikes. Timothy redshirted his first year at UCSB in 2024. The 1-0 offering ripped into shallow right field, hugging the foul territory line. It's a base hit for Silkin. His first of the year for Sonoma.
Impressive job by Donnelly to cut it off and not let that get into the corner. But yeah, nice hit, nice piece of hitting for Silkin, who was robbed of a base hit earlier in the game after it was ruled an error.
So now 1 aboard, 1 down in the top of the fifth. Anthony Shepler in the DH spot up, had that RBI sac fly in the first. Stompers trying to get some momentum here, add some insurance. Timothy from the stretch, first pitch to the lefty, called a strike. 78-mile-an-hour changeup away. 0-1 to Shepler, 25 games with the Stompers, hitting .188 this summer. Another 0-1 changeup, called a strike, same location. Shepler has not swung the bat yet. Pick back to first, not in time. Silkin safe. He's done a good job controlling the strike zone today. Now the 0-2 to Shepler, swing and a miss, high cheese. 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
That's the Carson Timothy we love to see, punishing with the fastball, and he's so confident when he has that ability to really control the strike zone.
Absolutely, his 20th strikeout of the season, the second today. Guy's got a high K/9. Another throwback to first. Silkin retreats safely as the lefty Gabriel Tapia up. Also 0 for 2. Fielder's choice in the first. And grounded out to short in the third. First delivery, swing and a miss. Timothy threw that changeup like a frisbee with arm side run. 0-1 to the lefty Tapia. Timothy, another changeup at 78 miles an hour away. It's time for a ball. 1-1 from the Woodland, California native. Another throw to first, not in time.
Guy going to Sac State, closer to home after playing at UC Santa Barbara and staying on the West Coast.
Yeah, excited to be closer to home in Sacramento. He throws back to first yet again. 2 outs in the top of the fifth. The 1-1 to Tapia outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Carson Timothy, 3 years of varsity baseball at Pioneer High School. He's a pitcher and a shortstop. Set the school record with 106 strikeouts in his senior season. The 2-1, looping curveball, swing and a miss.
Also had a perfect game in high school.
He did indeed. Perfect game, no-hitter as a senior. Had a 0.65 ERA in that season, 4 shutouts. First team All-State selection. The 2-2, another swing and a miss. Timothy gets him on the changeup. Righty batter, lefty batter, doesn't matter to Carson Timothy. Strikes him out all the same. Led to the bottom of the 5th. Crawdads up to bat.
Welcome back to Danville. Crawdads down 6-1 as we begin the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher on the hill in the bottom of the 5th inning is David Howard, the left-hander. As Crawdads faced him before, he has a 3.68 ERA and 22 innings of work. Struggled against the Crawdads a few days ago. As we begin the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be Cam Taylor to lead things off. 7-8-9 due up for the Crawdads in this inning. Down 6-1 after giving up all 6 runs in the first inning, and they scored the run of their own in the bottom half. Taylor digs in. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out over to short. It'll be a lefty-on-lefty matchup as the southpaw David Howard toes the first base side of the rubber and comes set at the belt. Taylor waits. The first offering to him is inside, breaking ball around the knees. 1-0 to Cam Taylor, guy who's 23 years of age, the oldest Crawdad this season. On a 3-game hit streak, has back-to-back RBI games as the 1-0 inside again, 2-0 on the 83-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Taylor had his first double of the year yesterday, went the other way as the 2-0 in there for a strike inside part of the plate. 2-1 on Cam Taylor. Playing in left field today, he's played really everywhere in the outfield this year as well as first base as the 2-1 gets away from Howard as he misses the release point and it nabs the back of Cam Taylor. He'll take first. It's a leadoff hit by pitch. So Taylor's aboard for the first time today, and now he has extended his on-base streak to 22 games in a row.
He's just so good at being productive for Walnut Creek. Even when he's not getting contact, able to work really good at-bats, find ways aboard.
Absolutely, as that'll bring up Brady Wilson, who struck out looking in his lone plate appearance in the second inning. From the stretch, Howard fires outside. Swing and a miss from Brady Wilson, 0-1. Wilson has not had a hit since mid-June. He's looking to up his production at the bottom of the order. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Fastball hard at the plate. Back pick over to first. Pulowski's throw is late, trying to catch Taylor. 0-2 on the righty hitter Wilson has royal blue batting gloves. Throw back over to first by Howard. Taylor back head first. Wilson from Sacramento originally, playing JUCO ball in 2025 in his hometown at Sacramento City College. He'll go to Pacific this upcoming year. The 0-2, Howard fires, swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts for Brady Wilson, 1 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taylor Stuhler over at first as the 9-hole Nico DeFazio will dig in. He was a strikeout victim against Justin Jones in the 2nd. So he'll try to up his production. Had a really good game yesterday. 4-game hit streak right now. Got on base 4 different times yesterday with a double and 3 walks. Righty hitter, lefty pitcher. Howard looks at first, now fires as it's grounded left side foul. 0-1 on DeFazio. Guy who's had hits in 8 of the last 10 games and had his first extra base hit of the season yesterday. It was a late addition to the Crawdads, but much needed reinforcement on a team with little depth. The 0-1, breaking ball outside. Good take from DeFazio, 1-1. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. 6-1 ball game in favor of Sonoma. They're down 5-3 in the season series. They'd like to come closer today. The 1-1 from the lefty, in there for a strike, 82-mile-an-hour heater. 1-2 on DeFazio. Will have to choke up now. 2 strikes on him. Taylor with a medium lead over at first. Howard looks at home. The 1-2, grounds it slowly over toward short. The force to second base, over to first. Not in time. So they get the fielder's choice, and DeFazio gets into first.
Really nice breaking ball from Howard. DeFazio gets it off the end of the barrel, but really soft contact to Olympia. Nearly had 2.
Instead of 2, it's 2 outs, 1 aboard. As the lineup flips over to Ryan Ellis. He's 0 for 2 in the 1 spot. K and a fly out. Lefty on lefty matchup as Howard kicks and deals. It's fouled left side out of play. 0-1 on Ellis. Ellis, one of the few Crawdads still in the transfer portal. Had his first hit in 3 games yesterday. Or excuse me, 2 games ago. Did not play yesterday. Best year with the Crawdads was in 2022. He's been with the team for 3 years now. As a throw over to first from Howard. Fazio back in safely. Ellis's highlight of the year so far was his grand slam against the Seagulls. The 0-1, fastball in the dirt, blocked by Pulowski. Called the ball, 1-1. Howard trying to relieve the good day of Justin Jones. Went 4 full innings, only gave up 1 run. Was an unearned run, in fact. So he had a pretty spotless day when it was all said and done. The lefty on lefty matchup. Pitch inside on the 1-1. Breaking ball. Misses, 2-1. Ellis mentioned the tenure with the Crawdads. Hasn't had the same production this year, but still good to get on base pretty reliably. A .402 on base percentage. The 2-1 fouls it right side on the ground. Looks like it maybe hit off his foot. He's in a little bit of pain. Bent over behind the batter's box and to the side of it a bit on that foul ball. Maybe either hit off his foot or pulled something in the process of swinging there.
Yeah, a guy who's dealt with lots of injuries in college. Hopefully it didn't re-aggravate anything, just a foul ball off the foot.
It's a guy that got injured this year against the Legends. Hurt his knee on a ground ball play over to short. He looks to be okay. Digs back in the batter's box. It'll be a 2-2 count on him. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. DeFazio at first in the 6-1 game in favor of Sonoma. Howard trying to get out of this inning without any damage. He looks in for the sign. Ellis readies up with his red bat. The 2-2 pitch, kicks and deals low. Grazes the dirt, 3-2. Howard mentioned the low ERA. The Stompers ERA as a group in the low 3s. Really good pitching team in the North. Maybe one of the best. The payoff pitch, runner goes, pitch outside, ball 4. So Ellis works a 2-out walk. DeFazio goes to second, and there's 2 on board with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th for Cam Calvillo.
Really nice at-bat for Ellis. Quickly down 2 strikes and then forces Howard to make a pitch that he doesn't end up making. Takes a walk.
Yeah, good piece of hitting for him, and didn't actually have to swing the bat, but that's the approach we've talked about. As that brings up Cam Calvillo. He walked and lined out in this game so far. Had his first 3-hit game of the year 2 games ago. He's been a lot better as of late. Righty hitter against the lefty pitchers. Howard deals, hits it on the ground, other way, over toward first. Lazul picks it up, throws to first to Howard. In time, athletic play from the pitcher. As that'll retire the side. Crawdads get 2 on, they leave 2. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning, 6-1 Stompers. Welcome back to the Creek. Crawdads trail 6-1 as we begin the top of the 6th inning. Carson Timothy still on the hill for Walnut Creek. He's been good so far. He's gone an inning and a third, striking out 3 of the 5 batters he's faced. For the Stompers, they lead 6-1. It'll have 9-1-2 due up with Cam Hegeman, the righty hitter, leading off against the righty. Hegeman 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He shows bunt, pulls it straight back after the pitch is outside, 1-0. Hegeman, kind of a second leadoff guy, really productive at getting on base. Hasn't had a ton of hit luck this year, but 2 today. 1-0 as he ropes it to straightaway center field. Coming in is Clisby. He'll make the catch after a couple steps, and there's 1 out in the top of the 6th inning.
Nice catch for Clisby. Really the first time he's been tested out in center field and reads the ball well, puts a glove to it.
Yeah, not a guy who would typically see play any position besides catcher. The lineup will flip over to Trent Keys, the leadoff man. San Joaquin Delta commit is 1 for 3, strikeout, ground out, and of course the single came around and scored. Lefty against the righty pitcher as Timothy winds and fires. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 73 miles an hour, 0-1. Keys started out at San Jose State, did not play there at all, and has since kind of gone the JUCO route. Now it is second JUCO. Timothy's 0-1, lifts the other way, foul. 0-2 quickly on Keys. Has hits in 5 of his last 6 with an on-base percentage of .468. Has RBIs in back-to-back games as well. He's turned it on as of late, and that's why he's in the leadoff spot. From the windup, the 0-2 from Timothy. High and away fastball taken for ball 1, 1-2. Keys in right field today. Saw him in left field as well in this series. Hitting under the Mendoza line. The 1-2. Grounds it softly over toward first. Wilson picks it up. He'll tap the bag. 2 away in the top of the 6th. So 2 outs in this 6-1 game, as that'll bring up Max Handren, the lefty hitter. He's had a busy day. Been on base 3 times by way of error, single, and walk. Also scored a run. So he'll be the last chance in this inning for the Stompers. Lefty hitter, one of 5 lefties in the order today for the Stompers. Crawdads have 4. First offering, fastball outside, 1-0. 90 on the dot from Timothy. Handren has the highest average on the Stompers, hitting an even 400. So he waits for the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball outside again. 2-0. He has hits in 12 of the 14 games this season. He's kind of the Stompers version of Joey Donnelly, former Cal guy. A lot of similarities between the two. The 2-0 ropes it to shallow right field. It'll drop for a base hit. Nestled right in front of Donnelly, his former teammate. And it's a 2-out single for Max Handren. One aboard with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
I think you're spot on in that analysis, Casey. He is kind of the Joey Donnelly of the Stompers, has a really fantastic hit tool, but also flashes the power when need be.
Hit it right to his teammate there, as there's one aboard for Kyle Olympia. Only in his 2nd game as a Stomper. He's 0 for 2 today, hit by a pitch and scored, retired twice. Righty on righty matchup as Timothy trying to get out of the inning. First pitch to Olympia, in there for a strike. 72 miles an hour down the pipe. 0-1. Handren with a short lead over at first. Timothy out of the stretch for only the 2nd time today. Looks in for the sign, now kicks and deals the 0-1. Low and away, 1-1. Olympia this year, mentioned only playing in 1 game after playing at SF State last year. A very good player for SF State. Career .364 hitter with the Gators. Team that won't exist pretty soon. The 1-1 fouls it straight back off the screen. 1-2. It's a sad situation what's happening with a lot of the college athletic programs in California. Look at Sonoma State, San Francisco State. I know other colleges have talked about cutting programs. Humboldt State used to have football. It's a tough landscape when you're a college athlete at one of those schools, as Olympia will be in the transfer portal by default. 1-2 count on him, with runner over at first. Pops it straight up in the air, shallow center field. Bit of a run for Clisby. It's actually going to be the right fielder, Donnelly, who makes the catch for the 3rd out. So Handren gets on, but he's left there. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6-1 Stompers. Crawdads with some work to do. They trail 6-1, getting out hit 7-3 as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be the heart of the Crawdads order. Joey Donnelly, Zach Justice, Riley Leininger. 3-4-5 due up for Walnut Creek against David Howard, who's in for his 2nd inning of work. Left-hander did a good job last inning. Gave up a walk. That was pretty much it, as Joey Donnelly digs in for the 3rd time today. Singled and scored in the 1st, struck out, so he's 1 for 2. Lefty on lefty matchup to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Donnelly digs in with his well-open stance. It's worked for him well this year. Howard winds and deals, fouls it to the right side. 0-1 quickly on Donnelly, who is committed to Fordham University. Guy who wants to play baseball for as long as he can. He's been with the Crawdads for now 3 years. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Paints the corner on the 68-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Donnelly checking in with the home plate umpire to reestablish the strike zone.
Yeah, that one, tough call, good frame job from Poloski there. Donnelly has to protect now.
Howard looking for the punch out at the belt. And that clips the elbow of Joey Donnelly. He quickly runs to first, seems to be okay. And the leadoff man is aboard with nobody out for Zach Justice.
Nice adjustment from Donnelly after that outside strike called. He crept up further in the box, closer to home plate. Howard responds going inside, and it hits him. That's smart approach.
Absolutely, as that'll bring up Zach Justice with the man on first. Howard will pitch out of the stretch, towing the first base side of the rubber. Justice had a good game so far, 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out. Obviously homered yesterday to the same spot. First pitch, drills it out to straightaway center field. In the park for Hegeman, he'll make the catch, taking a few steps to his left for out number 1. Donnelly retreats back to first.
Good contact from Justice, was out in front of that one, really aggressive in all of his at-bats today. Probably could have waited for a better pitch, but it's all right.
That'll bring up Riley Leininger, the 5-hole hitter, 0 for 2 today, fly out and a line out. Leininger heated up ahead of the All-Star break, has been hitless these past 2 games. The lefty hitter waits from the lefty pitcher in there for a strike off the first offering. There's that slow slider again, 68 miles an hour on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike on Leininger, with Donnelly taking a pretty medium-sized lead over at first. Howard delivers, pops it up high up in the air, middle part of the infield. It'll be the shortstop, Olympia, to put the glove on it for the second out of the bottom of the 6th.
It's a good play from Olympia because a flock of geese just flew overhead as that one was popped up. He kind of flinched around, didn't know where it was for a second. So credit the defense again.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Brandon Clisby. Yeah, and never want to deal with the birds. They're unpredictable.
Indeed.
Clisby today, 1 for 2. He was caught stealing after singling in the second. Donnelly over at first with 2 out. Howard fires inside corner strike. 0-1 on Clisby. Clisby, a CCL All-Star. We talked to him about it pre-game. Said the experience was really memorable to play against and with a lot of guys he's played against this year. The 0-1 in the dirt. 1-1 from Howard. Clisby, a hometown kid. Signed a lot of autographs pre-game for the Little Leaguers here today. Guy who played his high school ball right here at Monte Vista in the Diablo Valley. Howard waits from the stretch. The 1-1 bounces in front of home plate and actually nicks the leg of Brandon Clisby. So he'll take first. That's the second hit by pitch of the inning as Donnelly advances to second with 2 out in the bottom of the 6th.
Command, a bit of an issue right now for David Howard. 2 hit batters, in this inning. He needs to tighten it up. He's got some good calls and has showed some nice stuff. But got to be careful. Crawdads are always dangerous.
Yeah, threatening a bit here. 2 on, 2 out for Cam Taylor. Lefty hitter was actually hit by a pitch himself last inning, so Howard's hit 3. And just a couple of innings of work now. Lefty on lefty matchup as Taylor digs in. We mentioned the hit by pitch. He also grounded out. So he's 0 for 1. Howard looking in. Looking over at second and first. Now he slings it home. Lifts it the other way, foul. 0-1 on Cam Taylor. Taylor, after the double yesterday on a 3-game hit streak, he's been on base in every single game this year. On base percentage just a hair under 400. Has gone for extra bases a few times this year, but wants to find it a bit more. Howard heaves home the 0-1. Grounds it on the right side, through for a base hit. Here comes Joey Donnelly rounding third. He's going to get in without a throw home, and the Crawdads are back on the board as Taylor advances to second. Clisby into third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 6-2 ball game.
Great piece of hitting from Cam Taylor. Barrels up the ball, low in the zone, hits it hard on the ground, the right side of the infield, able to leg it out into second base as well. That is really great 2-out hitting.
Yeah, extends his hit streak to 4 games now after the RBI single. And that'll bring up Brady Wilson. But before he comes up, a meeting on the mound as pitching coach Mike Nunez treks out to the mound to check on David Howard. Howard's gone an inning and 2/3 today so far. Command, like you said, Charlie, has been an issue. Has hit 3 batters. Has also walked 1. That was the lone hit he's given up. Cam Taylor really flashing his hit tool as of late.
Yeah, Taylor's made a really nice adjustment, was kind of swinging out of his shoes earlier on in this season, and since has kind of leveled out his swing, he's just hitting for contact and letting his natural power kind of shine through.
That's also 3 straight games for Taylor with an RBI. So he's been really productive at bringing guys in. The strikeout, obviously the issue for him early on, like you mentioned, but by and large, a guy who's been really able to take advantage of pitches hanging over the heart of the plate.
Absolutely. He's developing into a really nice everyday player now for Walnut Creek.
Pitching coach Nunez returns to the dugout. Howard will ride this inning out at least, as that brings up Brady Wilson, victim of the K twice. He's 0 for 2, digging out of the right side. Lefty pitcher Howard looking in for the sign. Now kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. A hesitation hack from Brady Wilson on the breaking ball. 0-1. Wilson has struggled as of late. Got back into the lineup today after battling an illness yesterday and not playing. Didn't make the trip to Sonoma. The 0-1 from Howard. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 on the 71-mile-an-hour breaking ball that time. Wilson at risk of striking out 3 times. Will have to choke up. Plisby at third. Taylor at second. Wilson at the plate. Howard looks in for the sign. Now fires the 0-2. In the dirt, blocked by Pulowski. Count now at 1-2. Wilson, a guy who kind of started the year at third base primarily, also hit out of the DH spot. Makes his first start at first base today. He's had a couple of errors already. The 1-2 pitch is a bit low and inside. 2-2. A good take from Wilson on the breaking pitch.
Yeah, really nice eye there for a guy, Wilson, who's kind of been struggling with confidence in his ability as of late, Casey. Those 2 strikeouts obviously not going in his favor.
Hasn't had a hit since June 10th. Waits for the 2-2. Pitch outside corner. Called the ball just narrowly. Fastball that time. 3-2 on Brady Wilson. He's worked a good at-bat here. 2 runners on, both in scoring position. 2 outs. The bottom of the 6th in the 6-2 ball game in favor of the Stompers. They're looking for the series win. The 3-2. Strike 3 called. Inside corner breaking ball. And that's 3 Ks today for Wilson. So we'll go to the top of the 7th inning. Crawdads still trail 6-2 here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. New pitcher on the hill for the Crawdads is Max Cohen. He is the 4th Crawdad pitcher of the day. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Crawdads trail 6-2. Walnut Creek got a run last half, but still with some work to do, as it'll be 4-5-6 due up for Sonoma. Paul Lazul to lead things off. He's 1 for 3 1 for 2. A walk, a single, and a strikeout. Lefty on lefty matchup as Cohen fires a strike outside corner on the fastball, 0-1. Cohen this year, 17 2/3 innings of work, 6.11 ERA. Had a really good start to the year for the Crawdads with 5 straight scoreless appearances, but has struggled a bit as of late. The 0-1, half swing, just called a strike anyways, outside corner, 0-2 quickly on Lazul, one of the best hitters currently active for the Stompers. They've lost quite a bit of talent these past few weeks. A lot of guys either leaving the team or battling injuries. The 0-2, well outside, breaking pitch. 1-2 on Lazul. Going from Alameda originally. Chose to not play for his hometown team, the Merchants. Instead play for the Crawdads, a ways away. 1-2, he kicks and deals. Breaking ball outside corner, but just called a ball. Close miss.
Yeah, very close miss. Cohen does a really nice job finding the strike zone. Got really good command and a really nice sinker-slider combination that's so hard to tell which is which.
2-2 on Lazul with his black bat. Swing and a miss. Fooled on the breaking pitch outside corner. And that's Cohen's first strikeout of the day. First out in the top of the 7th.
Big strikeout to get. The cleanup guy leading off in the top of the 7th. Cohen just attacks him.
Absolutely, as that'll bring up Connor Pulowski, the catcher. He's 0 for 2, a walk, and 2 times retired, once via the flyout and the ground out. Righty hitter digs in against the lefty Cohen, puts the glove up, now fires home. Hits it hard on the ground over to short. DeFazio scoops, fires to first high, but Wilson steps back down on the bag for out number 2.
Brady Wilson, what a play from that young man. Had a couple errors earlier in the day, but has really firmed up defensively. Saves an error there from DeFazio's throw.
Yeah, that's easily 2 bases for Pulowski if he's able to, first of all, leg that out, and then the throw gets away. So a really good play there, and a tough throw from DeFazio. He's kind of had a few bad throws over at short these past few games, but he gets the out nonetheless. So that brings up Xander Sicklin. Righty hitter takes inside 1-0. Sicklin hit an error, or reached on an error rather, that was hit over to Brady Wilson earlier in the game. He's 1 for 3, had a single 2 innings ago. Cohen waits, the 1-0, in there for a strike. 70-mile-an-hour breaking ball low in the zone. 1-1. Silkin in his 2nd game as a Stomper. He was part of a big wave of reinforcements. The 1-1, fastball outside, 2-1. Stompers lost guys like Nick Sebastiani, Brady Shannon, Colton Boardman, all guys who were toward the top of the CCL North leaderboard and plenty of stats. 2-1 pitch. Chops it on the ground over toward Cohen. He steps off the mound, throws to first in time. A few good defensive plays here in the top of the 7th inning. Sits down the Stompers 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Crawdads and Stompers stretch time here in Walnut Creek. David Howard, the lefty, still on the hill for the Stompers as we just concluded the 7th inning stretch. 6-2 Stompers here in the bottom of the 7th. Crawdads with some work to do. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for Walnut Creek. Iko DeFazio, Ryan Ellis, and Cam Calvillo. As DeFazio digs in for the 3rd time on the right side. His 2nd time facing off against Howard. DeFazio 0 for 2 today, reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. As he waits, Howard from the windup pitches a ball outside. Fastball that time. 1-0 on DeFazio. guy committed to Houston Christian. The 1-0, chops it foul left side. 1-1 on Nico. Howard, a guy who played over at Sonoma State. Before that program went under, all athletics cut from Sonoma State. So he'll be in the transfer portal. The 1-1, DeFazio pops it foul behind us. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nico. Native of Oakland, California, one of 2 Crawdads from the town. Him and Noah Zirkel. DeFazio steps back in after hitting the foul ball. Howard at the belt, sets, now the 1-2. DeFazio chops foul left side, will do 1-2 again.
Continues to battle off in a lot of these at-bats, Kasey. He's putting the ball in play, forcing Stompers pitchers to make him good offerings.
Howard's 1-2 pitch from the windup. Outside breaking ball has DeFazio lunging, but he doesn't swing at it. Count even at 2-2. It's a rematch of the divisional championship last year. Crawdads won that. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, same location, outside. Taken for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Nico DeFazio. Last year, the Stompers and the Crawdads, 2 of the most dominant teams in all the CCL. Payoff pitch from Howard as DeFazio skies it foul left side out of play. We'll do 3-2 again. Crawdads and the Stompers were 1-2 respectively in home runs last year. Crawdads had well over 30, the Stompers in the low 20s. It's been a different story this year. Howard's payoff pitch from the windup as DeFazio chops it high over to first. Lazul waves off any sort of throw as he taps the bag himself for the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Lazul's just been a magnet for ground balls over there at first base. He does a nice job collecting on high choppers, screamers, worm burners, whatever you want. He's fielded them really well.
Oh yeah, he's been busy, and a guy who's been a big bat in their lineup as well. That brings up the lefty hitter Ryan Ellis. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, retired twice. Lefty on lefty matchup as Ellis skies one into shallow center field. Hegeman racing off to his right. He's actually going to be waved off as the left fielder Tapia will make the catch for out number 2 at the bottom of the 7th. So that'll bring up Cam Calvillo after 2 quick outs to start the bottom of the 7th inning. David Howard doing a good job.
Yeah, he's really found a groove here in this bottom of the 7th inning. Was a bit up and down, obviously, last inning. Allowed the run to come across before that, was hitting a couple batters. Now he's figuring it out.
Cam Calvillo now on an 11-game on-base streak after walking earlier in this game. He's 0 for 2. Righty hitter takes a strike outside corner, 0-1 from Howard, 77 miles an hour. Calvillo got on base twice yesterday. He's had hits in back-to-back games, but none yet today. Want to try to get one. The 0-1 as he chops it slowly over toward third base. Handren picks it up, throws to first. Off the bag, but they get the tag from Lazul. Paul with some great defense over at first in this inning. We'll go to the top of the 8th inning as the Crawdads retired in order here in the bottom of the 7th on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Crawdads down 6-2 in the top of the 8th inning. New pitcher for Walnut Creek is the southpaw, Ryan Delaney, as he throws in the final warm-up pitch. 8.75 ERA for Ryan in 7 appearances over 12 1/3 innings of work. 8 strikeouts to 13 walks. He'll face the bottom part of the order, 7, 8, 9 for Sonoma. Shepler, Tapia, Hegeman. As it actually looks like there will be a pinch hitter upon Shepler's entrance to the box. Ben Sebastiani will make his way in. Sebastiani has struggled this season for Sonoma, 133 average. But had his first hit in 3 weeks in the game 1 of this series against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Lefty pitcher against the righty hitter Sebastiani, who has his brother on the team as well. First offering, fastball low, 1-0. Delaney from Bucknell University, but a native of right here in Danville. Trying to put on a show for the home fans. He's been with this team for a few years. The 1-0, fouled straight back. Sebastiani gets it off the end of the bat. 1-1. His brother Nick Sebastiani injured his knee earlier in the year after being one of the better hitters on the Stompers, a team that cruised to the All-Star break in first place. 1-1, swing and a miss. Waves on the outside corner, 1-2. Delaney looking for the punch out, 6'1", 200-pounder. Went to SRV High School just down the road. Fastball just high on the 1-2. Count even at 2-2 on Sebastiani. Delaney pitched well against the Blues when the Crawdads made the slow trip, but has had a few tough outings this year. The 2-2, fastball in the dirt, blocked by Justice. Full count on Sebastiani. Sebastiani, a native of Sonoma himself, went to College of Marin most recently, looking for a new program. They'll wait on the payoff pitch from Delaney. Comes set at the belt, now the payoff. Fastball low and away. It's a leadoff walk in the top of the 8th inning for the Stompers as Sebastiani's aboard. So that'll bring up Gabriel Tapia. And it'll actually be another pinch hitter with, it's not Colton Boardman, the guy who took his number. Quinn Medine will dig in on the right side. As he shows bunt and taps one straight into the glove of Delaney. Throw over to first to try to get 2. Double him up. A 1-3 double play, as it's a costly choice from Medine. Quickly 2 away in the top of the 8th.
Really nice athletic play from Ryan Delaney right there. Knew the situation. Gets the throw off in time.
So 2 outs for Cam Hegeman. Base is empty as the righty hitter takes outside from Delaney, 1-0. Hegeman's been busy, 2 for 3, 2 singles, a fly out. Also the RBI off his single in the first. Delaney set, now strides home. The 1-0, fouled straight back, 1-1. Hegeman, the everyday center fielder mostly for the Stompers. We saw him actually play in right field yesterday. And he's been a great center fielder this year. The 1-1, fastball a little bit inside, 2-1. Hegeman has really established himself defensively out of Ohlone College. The 2-1, chops it slowly left side, foul. Count even at 2-2. Wind really picking up.
Absolutely, getting a little bit chilly here. Already in the mid to low 70s. Now the wind chill bringing it into the 60-degree territory in middle of July, Casey.
Pretty uncharacteristic for Danville. Usually over 100 degrees this time of year. The 2-2 outside, fastball 79 miles an hour. Full count on Hegeman, the 9-hole hitter. After 2 changes in this inning already. We'll have to see what happens on defense next half. Trent Keys on deck, he'll be next. If Hegeman can get aboard. The payoff pitch from Delaney. Lined softly towards short. It'll get over the head of DeFazio, who leaped up for it. Hegeman rounding first, takes a big turn, but he'll return back. It's a 2-out single for Cam Hegeman.
That's a really nice piece of hitting for Cam Hegeman. And DeFazio had a really great effort, just missed the outstretched glove. Good hitting.
Lineup flips over to Trent Keys. Had the single back in the first to start the game, but he's 1 for 4 otherwise as pitching coach Dustin Cheney coming to meet with Ryan Delaney. Delaney got first 2 outs of the inning on the double play after walking the leadoff man Sebastiani, giving up the single to Hegeman as the inning continues. So a quick conversation likely between Cheney and Delaney. That rhymes. Nobody warming up in the bullpen right now for the Crawdads, but it looks like Cam Krogan will start his warm-ups in just a moment. Stompers bullpen empty right now as a lefty hitter Trent Keys digs in. He's been an on-base machine this year. 468 on-base percentage mark, even though his average is only 192. Hegeman over at first. Delaney looks at him now, strides home. It's grounded foul, right side foul over to the Crawdads bullpen. 0-1 on Keys. Had a solid season at Los Medanos in 2025 at 282 with 2 bombs and 25 RBIs. Also stole a pair of bags. Delaney set at the belt from the stretch. Comes all the way, the 0-1. Lined foul behind us. Quickly 0-2 on Keys. Keys not a guy that's easy to sit down. He has struck out 21 times this year, but 38 free passes received by Trent Keys. 20 walks, 18 hit by pitches. Guy that's been a tough out really any way possible. Not afraid to lean into one as well. Delaney comes set, doing the first base side of the rubber. Hegeman at first, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Delaney gets out of the inning after allowing a hit. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Crawdads trail 6-2 here in Danville. Welcome back to Danville. Crawdads trail 6-2 as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning. David Howard in for another inning of work. This will be inning number 4 he tries to get through, as he'll face the heart of the Crawdads order, 3-4-5, starting with Joey Donnelly, then Zach Justice and Riley Leininger. The sun starting to set a tiny bit here in Danville as we reach the evening. Donnelly digging out of the left side, lefty on lefty matchup. Howard fires from the windup in there for a strike. Outside corner breaking ball, 64 miles an hour. 0-1. Donnelly's been busy today. 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a hit by pitch as he swings and misses at the 0-1. Breaking ball hard of the plate. A bit early on it. 0-2. Donnelly's also scored 2 runs today, the only 2 the Crawdads have as they trail 6-2. He steps out of the box for a moment, readjusts his bright blue batting gloves. Now waits for the 0-2 pitch. Chops it slowly on the ground over towards second base. Sealkin picks it up, fires to first in time for the first out of the bottom of the 8th.
Really good hustle there from Donnelly. Almost beat it out, but kind of rolled it over on the protect swing.
So with 1 out, that'll bring up Zach Justice, the catcher who had a double back in the first inning. He's been retired twice since. Howard has done a good job so far for the Stompers. They want to save their arms as they gear up for the postseason. Righty hitter against the lefty pitcher. First pitch from Howard, swing and a miss. 71-mile-an-hour breaking ball low in the zone. 0-1 on Justice, who recently committed to San Diego State out of Oregon. A few former Oregon Ducks on this Crawdad team. The 0-1, Fastball taken outside, 1-1. Crawdads only with 16 home runs this year, but Justice has 3 of them. Homered yesterday. The 1-1 lines it hard out to left field. Tapia ranging back, he'll make the catch. Good defense out and left, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th.
Well struck ball from Justice. That's the 4th time today he's had one really well hit, and defense has just snagged him of a hit.
Yeah, 2nd time he's hit it out to left hard. Had the double earlier, as that'll bring up the lefty hitter Riley Leininger. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Riley hitless today, 0 for 3. He's been hitless 3 straight games. First offering to him, fastball outside. Howard can't buy a strike, 1-0. Crawdads right now up 5-3 in the season series in 2025 after winning 9-1, but at risk of losing that here as Leininger takes outside 2-0. And they still have won the season series, but at risk of losing this game as the Birds fly over in bunches as the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike outside corner, 2-1 on the breaking ball. A lot of geese here today in Danville.
A couple of them on the field now as well. Unusual.
Howard waits the 2-1 pitch, low and outside, 3-1 on Leininger, who has a really good eye. Yeah, you don't want to run into a goose in the middle of making a play. I don't think the umpire will give you any mercy. The 3-1. Line hard out to right center field. Going back is Keys at the wall. Makes the catch at the warning track as the wind absolutely killed that one. And that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 9th inning. Crawdads go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Crawdads wanting to play some defense here in the top of the 9th to not trail by more than 4. As the new pitcher, Cam Krogan, on the hill. The righty carries a 4.2 ERA into today. Started the year very good for the Crawdads. Was really their closer, but has struggled as of late. Had a good outing against the Legends, but had 4 straight outings giving up a run. So face off against the lefty hitter Handren first. Max has been busy today, on base 4 times. As he takes low and inside, 1-0. One of those times on base was an error. He's only been officially on base 3 times. 2 singles and a walk, as well as reaching on the E3. Facing off against Krogan, who's trying to lower his ERA. The 1-0 from the sidearm pitcher, a little bit outside, 2-0. Handren has really stepped up big as of late, hitting over 400 for the Stompers. A team needing depth. Swing and a miss on the 2-0. 2-1. left fielder Taylor shading off to the right as there's 2 geese planted in straightaway left field. If the ball's hit there, I fear that could be extra bases at a minimum.
Probably.
2-1 on Handren as he takes outside, 3-1 on the fastball. Nobody out in the top of the 9th. Crawdads trail 6-2, out hit 8-4. They've also committed 4 errors today. Krogan trying to keep this inning his. The 2-2, low and away, blocked by Justice. Full count on Max Handren. Veteran on this team on a. It looks like it.
It's a ball 4, 3-1 count officially. Scoreboard operator needs to catch up a little bit.
So Handren's aboard. He's over at first. As Olympia's up now. Kyle got on board back in the first. He's 0 for 3 otherwise. Krogan now out of the stretch. Handren over at first. Righty on righty matchup as Krogan throws one outside and low, allowing Handren to advance as the ball gets all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch for Cam Krogan as he says, my bat. 1-0 on Kyle Olympia. Made his Stompers debut last night in the 9-1 loss for Sonoma. Crawdads tacked on early and never looked back, but it's been the opposite type of story today. As Sonoma scored only in the first inning, but it was 6 runs, allowing them to carry the lead into what they have now. The 1-0, another pitch outside and low, 2-0. Olympia, career .364 hitter at SF State, earned him all CCAA first team in 2025. Currently in the transfer portal. Getting the first taste of summer ball this year. 2-0 in there for a strike. 88-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-1 on Kyle, who just has that 1 hit he got yesterday. Trying to be a big bat presence. Stompers need it. The 2-1 fouled off the glove of Zach Justice. 2-2. Krogan, we mentioned him and Braden Barnes were kind of the tandem closers earlier in the year, but kind of became a closer by committee situation when both had a few rocky outings. Wasn't sustainable. The 2-2 grounds it straight up the middle. Shortstop DeFazio ranging for it, throws over to first in time to Joey Donnelly. But he's pulled off the bag. So the throw was in time, but that pulls him off as looks like Zach Pace, the manager for Sonoma, coming out to signal something to the umpires. I think the question is he safe or out?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought the throw obviously from DeFazio in time. Question is, if Joey was able to keep his foot on the bag.
I mean, it's hard to tell after the fact. Umpire crew trying to figure it out.
Call on the field was out, so they'll have to have substantial evidence to overturn it.
I don't know if they have any evidence. There's no replay review.
And there is not. They signal officially out.
So it's a 6-3 put out as Handren moves to third base. 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Now 6 geese out in left field. Crawdads have an extra defender on the field. That brings up Paul Lazul, the first baseman. 1 for 3. 2 Ks, a strikeout, and 2 Ks, a walk, and a single as he swings and misses a low pitch. 0-1. Crawdad infield in. Would love to gun down Handren if he tries to nab home on a ground ball. Lefty hitter, righty pitcher, the 0-1, runs inside, nearly hits Lazul. 1-1. Crawdads will have the day off tomorrow, and they'll try to recoup with a lot of games coming up in the final week before the postseason. The Crawdads can qualify. Big game here today. The 1-1 from Krogan, in there for a strike. 89-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner. 1-2 on Paul Lazul, who's been big in this series so far. Had a home run in game 1. He's really stepped up when he's been called upon. The 1-2, lines hard over to first. Donnelly picks it up on the line, and it lines into his glove for out number 2.
Athletic play over there from Donnelly. He's been a really good defender everywhere he's appeared. Saves the run.
Yeah, Donnelly came in at first base for Brady Wilson, who had committed 2 errors. So that brings up the righty hitting catcher, Connor Pulowski. Connor hitless today, did walk in the first, so he's 0 for 3. The man's still over at third, 2 outs in the top of the 9th as Krogan delivers to the righty outside, and it gets behind his Justice, the catcher. And that allows Hander to come in scoring easily as Justice really showed no sense of urgency there.
Yeah, that was really surprising. Not entirely sure what all happened there with Justice. He's kind of jogging over to it.
So it's now 7-2 Stompers after the wild pitch. Crawdads not making it easier for themselves. That's only the first run they've given up in 8 innings. But nonetheless, still a 5-run hole they'll have to climb out of next half inning. Krogan just needing 1 more out to get out of this one. It's a 1-1 count on Pulowski, who digs back in on the right side. Previously of Chico State and Butte College, now at Bellarmine, as he slaps it hard over to short. DeFazio picks it up on the backhand, tosses to first in time, and that retires the side. Stompers get 1. They lead 7-2. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Crawdads, 1 final chance. Welcome back to Danville. Crawdads with 3 outs left to work with. They trail 7-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. It'll be 6, 7, 8, 2 up for Walnut Creek against the same pitcher, David Howard, who's trying to earn the save. He's gone through 3 innings so far, trying to make it 4. Clisby, Taylor, and likely a pinch hitter after that as Wilson left the game here in the bottom of the 9th. The righty hitter Clisby digs in, takes a ball inside, 1-0 from the lefty. Clisby had a single back in the 2nd, hit by a pitch in the 6th, retired once. Lines foul right side, out of play. 1-1 on Brandon Clisby, playing in center field for the first time this season. Had played there in high school, but not yet for the Crawdads. The 1-1 from Howard. Rope to the left side, off the glove of the third baseman, Handren, as it gets away, and Clisby will be at first safely.
Big liner over there on the left side. Nice piece of hitting for Brandon Clisby. Leadoff guy aboard. That's exactly what the Crawdads need, down by 5.
Leadoff single for Brandon Clisby, his 2nd of the day. As that brings up Cam Taylor, another lefty hitter for the Crawdads. One of 4 in the order today. A team that usually had 6 lefties consistently at the beginning of the year, but a lot of changes in this roster. Howard out of the stretch, now pitching to Taylor. Fastball outside corner, 0-1. Taylor today had an RBI single in the 6th, extending his hit streak to 4 straight games. The 0-1, low and outside breaking ball, 1-1. Now, there is some action in the Stompers bullpen right now. If Howard has any trouble, they might turn to that just to be safe, not overuse the reliever. Howard looks at first, now the 1-1. It bounces in the ground off the catcher, Pulowski. Easy taking of second for Brandon Glisby. 2-1 count to Taylor.
Good heads-up stuff for the Crawdads base runners. Takes away the force play now. Taylor, a little bit more breathing room in this high-leverage situation. Braden Gant's the guy in the bullpen for Sonoma, their closer.
Trey Johnson's in the on-deck circle, so he'll hit next for Brady Wilson. As Howard steps off, making Glisby return back to second. Taylor trying to get another base knock. Nobody out. Runner at second here in the bottom of the ninth. Geese out in left center field. The 1-1 pitch. Hit hard on the right side, in for a base hit. Glisby rounding third. The throw is not toward home. Glisby scores. It's 7-3 Stompers with nobody out.
Another great RBI single for Cam Taylor. He's ripped it same place in his last 2 at-bats. Just hard hit on the ground with the barrel. Really nice batting for a guy who's turned it around of late.
Absolutely. 2 hits today. That's now 2 multi-hit games this week for Cam Taylor. He's at first. It'll be the pinch hitter Trey Johnson to dig in now for the Crawdads. Had the day off initially. He's getting some time on the left side as he takes the ball outside 1-0. Taylor over at first. Nobody out in the bottom of the ninth. 7-3 game in favor of Sonoma. They're looking for the series win here in the rubber match. The 1-0. Pitch just outside. Fastball 82 on the dot. 2-0. Johnson has hits in 7 of his last 8 games. A little surprising to see him not start today. But he gets a look here in the bottom of the ninth. The 2-0. Hits it toward the Stompers dugout left side. Foul. 2-1. Not
only that, Casey, Johnson also has back-to-back doubles in both of these games against the Stompers this weekend.
And RBI yesterday as well, off that double. The 2-1, and it gets inside, hitting the backside of Trey Johnson. And that's now 3 straight base runners allowed. It looks like they'll turn to the bullpen as manager Zach Pace heading out of the dugout to likely take out Howard. It's first and second, nobody out in a 7-3 ball game. Crawdads trailing but threatening. As we'll take a short break here on the Crawdads streaming network. They're trying to come back in this game here in the bottom of the ninth. So no change to our surprise as David Howard stays in the game. Zach Pace, the manager, came out. Looked like he pointed over toward the bullpen, but changed his mind as it'll be Nico DeFazio up to the plate. Right-hander against the lefty pitcher Howard. Nobody out with 2 on for the Crawdads. First and second. Taylor at second. Johnson at first in the bottom of the ninth. DeFazio digs in. He's hitless in 3 tries. Reached on a fielder's choice included. He fouls off the first offering, right side out of play. 0-1. Crawdads would have loved to have had earlier offensive production, but they went down 6 runs in the first inning. Took a lot of the life out of this team. 0-1 on DeFazio. It's been good defensively for the Crawdads today as well. A nice backhand stop last half inning as he takes inside 1-1. Howard can't find the zone. Howard going for the save. Pitching 3+ to this point. Stompers have had the lead the entire game, scoring 6 in the first inning. The 1-1 pitch. Outside corner in there for a strike on the fastball. 83 miles an hour. 1-2 on DeFazio. Nico will be heading to his 3rd college this upcoming fall. Houston Christian out of the Southland Conference. They're playing at University of the Pacific and Chabot. A lot of Pacific Tigers or former ones on this Crawdads team. Howard checks at second, now fires the 1-2. Hits it on the ground over to third base. Handren picks it up, throws to second for 1, on to first in time. twin killer in the bottom of the ninth kills the life of the Crawdads as Taylor moves to third, but now 2 outs in this 7-3 game. A punishing double play by the Stompers infield. And now the last chance for the Crawdads is Ryan Ellis. And Taylor over at third and 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Big weight lifted off David Howard's shoulders. Now doesn't have to deal with much. First offering to Ellis, the lefty hitter in there for a strike. Fastball outside corner, 0-1. Ellis playing the DH spot today. Thought he was wounded on a big swing he had earlier in the game, but stayed in. Good sign, the 0-1. That one in there for a strike. Same location on the heater, 0-2. Ellis, another guy in the transfer portal. His bright red bat, the 0-2, outside and low, 1-2. Calvillo in the on-deck circle, he'd hit next. Ellis can extend this game. A couple of arms warming up in the Stompers bullpen. Howard looking to get the save and get out of this game. Ellis steps out, now back in. First base side of the rubber, Howard. The 1-2, low and away, breaking ball. 2-2, 69 miles an hour. Taylor over at third. He had a RBI single just moments ago. He tries to come in and score. The 2-2. Hit hard on the ground, over to second base. Is this the game? Silkin picks it up, throws to first, and it is. Final score 7-3 as the Stompers pick up the win here on Sunday. Winning pitcher will be Justin Jones. Loser will be Dylan McShane in the save to David Howard as the Crawdads commit 4 errors. They give up 8 hits and lose 7-2. Sonoma comes back a bit in the season series. It's now 5-4 in favor of the Crawdads. The last time these two teams will play each other, at least in the regular season. Sonoma increasing its lead in the division on the Crawdads as well.
Yeah, really tough one for Walnut Creek. The pitching just was not there in its entirety today. McShane, a really rough start. The bullpen actually did a fantastic job, Casey. Allowed just one more run to come across after that first inning, and the Bats had opportunities, but the Crawdads end up stranding too many runners on base. A familiar tale in the past couple of weeks where the Crawdads haven't really been at their best. So really important stretch of games coming up. Crawdads really need to win out to stay in the playoff race here in the CCL North.
They'll have an off day tomorrow, then about a week left of games, facing off against mostly the Merchants the rest of the way. So the Crawdads will have a test going forward as we will say goodbye. Kasey Kazliner, Charlie Limoncelli, we hope you have a great rest of your night as we sign off here on the Crawdads Streaming Network.